Yes, hi there. Okay, context for this thing. So, I wake up and I see this video of Rip making some hey Rip, what do you want to change in Season 3 for Law? And then he goes, oh man, the SS mix-up, it is useless. It's, oh, I can't make people duck. Okay. Alright, so you have a character that's already S tier, and you want to keep patching out his potential, possible weaknesses. Oh, alright. Oh, okay. You know, this is something that has been happening in Tekken 7. That you take characters that are already very good, and then you patch out their weaknesses, and they become broken S tier. Well, not broken, but they become very, very good S tier. For example, Jin over there. What weaknesses does he have? What weaknesses does Devil Jin have? Okay, well, in that case, I don't care about the game's balance. Tracking electric is good for Mishima players, right? But it's bad for the game. Now, if you wanted a good balanced game, you would expect the Mishima player to go, okay, that's good for a Mishima, but you don't want a tracking electric in a Tekken game. But nevertheless, that's the situation now. So basically, what I'm gonna do here with Noctis, I want you to buff my character. Noctis is my character. It benefits me to buff him. So buff me. That's what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna go through every move Noctis has, and I'm gonna buff it. I don't care. I'm gonna buff it. This is what you do to get Noctis, that character on the left, to Jin status, that character on the right. Let's do this. All right. Hello, Noruhu. Let's go. First of all. Okay, Rage Art is fine. It's a Rage Art, it's already good. No, but we have to buff Rage Art, right? Give it more range, I don't care. Alright, just give it more range. Rage Drive. So here is the problem with the Rage Drive. Where's the Rage? Here's my potential weakness with Rage Drive. This move here, so it hits from range a million. Oh, it looks like it doesn't hit from range a million. We gotta make it range a million. But it hits all the way from over there. It's 40 damage, it's wall splat. It gives you +2 on block, I think. Is it +2 or +3 on... I think it's +2 on block. Well, that's not enough plus frames. I want +5 on block, so I can do a mix-up. Next, you have Rage Drives like Elisa's that actually launch. They're basically the same as Noctis's, with a little bit less range. No, don't go. You don't need to actually break the game to make Noctis S tier. You don't need to be 20 in guard break. But so +5 on block, and like Elisa's Rage Drive, it's gonna launch now. Now it launches. It's gonna do Noctis. You know, he does the warp strike, and then he does like another sword swing. Well, not a sword swing, but like. He uses the trident of the Oracle to launch them or something. Or like a crossbow to explode the floor, because he does have a crossbow in Final Fantasy 15. So we buffed successfully the Rage Drive. Oh, but that's gonna make Noctis... No, shut up. Jin can do everything. Locke can do everything. Kazumi can do, well, not actually everything, but she's still cheap. So 1, 2, 2, let's go over the moves. 1, 2, 2, this is +1 on hit, right? And if you block this, first of all, let's take a look at the properties on hit. This is 27 damage. Let's make it 30 damage. Just a little, some more, 3 more damage. +1 on hit. How about +5? Now I can do the mix-up. Now you're stuck in place. Oh, I want to be very aggressive against Noctis. Well, Noctis needs to defend against something, so 30 damage. Now you're stuck in place and you eat the demo man. now I can do a mix-up from this. Now I can do the mix-up. Otherwise, what am I gonna do with +1? You can disrespect that all day. Yeah, they could. I made the other video, the actual real suggestions video, the one that's not making Noctis broken. Where's Heppo and Nep? Heppo, Nep, come. Oh, there he is. Okay, there's Heppo. Now, you probably don't know this, but if you get this blocked, if you get the 2 hits blocked, yes, you have a 7 in your name. You are good player. But if you block this, you can actually duck the last hit. The 3rd hit, you can duck it, and you can launch it. Well, now this jails, so you can't launch it anymore. It's just a 10-frame punish, man. You can't launch it. No, you can't launch it anymore. All right, let's go. This becomes natural counter combo, and because you can interrupt it. Yeah, 0 on block. There you go, 0 on block. I mean, it's just a jab, right? Or -1 on block, -1. It doesn't even have to be punishable. Now, this here, as you see the pushback, you're still at -9 with that pushback. Make it -4, so that I can sidestep after that. That's right. I mean, I'm giving up my guaranteed damage for this, right? So give me a reason to use this move. Give me a reason to do this move. Natural counter combo, -4 on block. That's what I want. This here is useless. So how about when he goes into the teleport? When he goes into the teleport, oremos, Flake, oremos. Once he goes into the teleport, he is completely invulnerable. You cannot stop him at all. You have to time it perfectly. Oh no! And actually, once he arrives in crouching state, he can block. So you can't punish this, because I mean, why would I do this if this is just basically useless, right? So this is to do like some, you know, to evade some strings or whatever. Actually, give the teleport, make it like sidestep 3+4 or something. Make it sidestep 3+4, and make it like Steve's sway to either side, and give it invincibility, so that I can sidestep things like, I don't know, Kazumi's wall running 2 that is basically homing. How about that? Yeah, 1 command. No, but oh yeah, just make it 3+4, like up 3+4. No, not up. I guess up 3+4 or back 3+4. Yeah, that. Not back, down 3+4. There you go. So this move is like this. This is +6 on hit, but it does no damage. So make it 27 damage. Make it do damage. Let me whiff punish with this. Okay? Cool. These two already jail. But I mean, this does no damage, so just make the full string jail. Except for, yeah, this is one of those. No, Flake, you'll have to check the VODs later. No, I'm not gonna make him broken. I'm just gonna make him S tier. Yeah, it's got 7 on it. That's the deal. All right. But basically, this, it's like make the whole thing. I mean, if I make the whole thing jail, then I won't have. What's the use behind this, right? This could be natural counter combo. No, this could be a counted launch. Let me see what it does on counter hit. It doesn't do anything on counter hit. Make it a counter hit launch. How about that? Okay, so it has to be balanced. So you can duck those 2 hits, right? You can duck those 2 hits. But the last hit is -14. But the last hit doesn't do anything. So make it like -11 or something. Or -12. No, -11. Yeah, why would you want to punish that? It's 2, you know? Or make it a launcher? Oh, well, now that is a good suggestion that I like. That is a good suggestion. Make the 2 a launcher. Like you get a guaranteed hit, I think, but you don't get anything from now, and it's -14 on block. You can get launched if you do the full string. Make it a counter hit launch, make it bounce. Alright. So we got that out of the way. This becomes also a counter hit launcher, also a screw attack. This can be sidestepped, but this is a combo move, but we still have to buff it. How do we buff this move? It becomes safe on block. It's -11, it becomes -9 on block. Because basically this is just 4-2, right? But from a string, so it becomes safe on block. -9 so we can parry. Wait a minute, Yoshimitsu can flash this, right? Yoshimitsu can flash this. But okay, it's Yoshimitsu, I guess he's allowed to do that. But yeah, as NSS at close range. I'll let it go. I'll let that one go. Dextra Edge. This is this 11 frames, I think? Well, this has no range and nobody uses this, basically. I don't even think this is 11 frames. If it's not 11 frames, make it 11 frames. Make this safe on block, because currently it isn't. Yes, what you said, Flick. So make this, first give it more range, and make it safe on block. So what happens when you hit with this move is, the first move, the first counter hit 4, they float, and then with the second move, the 2, you jump. So basically, you know how this, you know this? Basically you get this, it becomes his magic 4, right? How negative is that on block? I'll tell you. Let me see. But basically, 4-2 becomes jailing, I mean it doesn't have to jail because it's high mid, but okay, jailing high mid that's safe on block, and it's a counter hit launch that you can follow up with 2 in the air. Easy. See? Now he has a magic 4. Let's do that. But I'll tell you exactly how much it is on block. It's -14 on block. Can you tell me for what reason this is -14? No, it can't be -14. This becomes safe now. This becomes basically Claudio's old 4-3. Yeah, this becomes Claudio's old 4-3. This same. Okay, so this here is -14 on block, and how they want you to use the move. Yeah, safe but sidesteppable. See, it's a magic 4, but you can sidestep it. There's the weakness. That's why if you do the second hit, you can't sidestep it. No, it's a weakness. Noctis becomes weak if he gets this step, so no. I don't want Noctis to be weak. I want my character to be strong. S tier. How do we take Noctis and make him into Jin? Exactly. So, this move, the way they want you to use is, you can hit confirm sort of the first hit and then decide if you want to let it rip or hold back. Now, if you hold back, this on block is -9. I don't think so. How about we just make this, give this pushback on block, and the full string becomes -9, right? Because whoever uses this as a homing move? Nobody. And it's a high mid too. Okay, so imagine that you end up ducking and then you get hit by the mid, but that's not gonna happen. It's -14. So it becomes like -12, the full thing, right? And it gives some pushback on block, I guess. Or the first hit floats them, and then the second hit is a screw attack. So that's a reason to make it -14. It becomes a counter hit launch, maybe? No, it becomes a normal hit launch. Because it's -14, you know? I'm gonna get launched if I do this, because every character now has a 14 frame launcher. Law has a 14 frame launcher. And Rip said, oh, reduce the range on 3+4. That's balanced. I completely understand. I'm with you 100%. So that if you do this, and it hits from close range, right? You can launch it with Law, with -14. You can do it, nice. Okay. Warp Strike. What can I buff about this? Okay, so see this animation? This animation, you end up at the opponent's face all the time. No, it's not a homing move, because that's not balanced. So you end up at the opponent's face all the time, but if you hit it from like this range, see this? So I like this spacing at -9. Make it so that every time that the opponent blocks this, I'm always at this distance. He goes no further. He goes no further than this. So to create this pushback, the 4-2 actually sends the opponent flying back a little bit, so that it gives Noctis space to do the roll and end up at this precise distance. Let's do that. Warp Strike buffed. This move, okay, let's the essence of buffing this move lies in the frames. I'm gonna give you the frames right now. This move 4-3-2. First of all, it's 16 frames of startup and it's -11 on block. Right? So first of all, this move 4-3 is 16 frames of startup, and it's +9 on hit. Okay, that's fine. But then again, are you telling me that this is -11? What am I going to use this for? It's slow. 14 frames. Let's make this 14 frames of startup. Wait, there's a problem there. He already has a 14 frame move. He already has back 3-1. What can I do to buff this move? What can I do to buff this move? When in doubt, just make it a counter hit launcher. Alright, yeah, just whatever, make it a counter launcher. Or I'm not sure what to do with this move. Chat, help. What do I do with 4-3-2? Suddenly everybody went quiet. I want to hear suggestions. What do I do about this move? 4-3-2. How do we buff it? No, it's not back 3, it's 4-3. If 4-3 is a counter hit, he will teleport behind, say nothing personnel, kid, and ora on his back. Now that is the suggestion that I was looking for. Thank you, Flake. Yeah, so basically, if this hits as a counter hit, Noctis, he will send the teleport. Well, basically he will do the warp strike, but then in addition he will also teleport to the opponent's back and say something. No, he will use the trident, the Oracle's trident. He will throw the spear, right, and it creates an after image, because that's what the trident over the Oracle does. He stabs Jin, and his after image stays there to hold Jin in his place. Then Noctis teleports behind him and does Aura to launch him. Okay, we've buffed this move successfully. Circle slash. Yes, I would. It's not gonna happen. Like, but yes, it would be funny to hear people. People are gonna say something along those lines in the comment section. But you know, whatever. Oh, let me patch it. Oh, Jin needs buffs. Lord needs buffs. His DSS is useless. Okay, man. Ford 4-2. This is -11 on block. It's 17 frames. Well, how about we do something about that? Because I never see this. Who said DSS is useless? Rip did. Rip said that DSS has no mix-ups in Tekken 7. Yes. So, first of all, this is going to become safe because it's slow. So, -11, it goes to -8. This is, like, this... You know, if you block this, you can actually interrupt it with moves until, like, 12 frames or something. You can interrupt this move. So, here are the buffs. -8 on block, and you can't interrupt it on block. Alright, move successfully buffed. So at tip range, if you got the game 7 thing, what game 7 thing? Oh yeah, the game 7, right. Second hit is an instant screw on counter hit. Yes, second hit is an instant screw on counter hit. I'm glad that you're here to remind me, Flake. I wouldn't have known. So yeah, basically this is natural combo, but if they push buttons in between this, then the string jails and it's a countered launch. Basically, see this? That happens, but if they're standing. So forward 1+2 is -19 on block and it's 16 frames. What does this poke really do? It gives you 24 damage and a knockdown, yeah? But they can roll out of it. So imagine if some of this shit turns out to be true in the Season 3 balance patch. Yeah, please, by all means, you have these characters, because you have these characters that have no weaknesses, and they keep patching out those weaknesses. And then you get Jin and Law and Devil Jin and Steve. And it's like, what about my character? Are you thinking about the balance of the game, or are you thinking about your own character? Some people have the nerve to ask for buffs for their already super cheap and S tier characters. That's what gets me. I mean, it doesn't get me, I don't care really. But let's pretend that I do, because that's fun. And it's fun, it's also fun for me to get my character buffed. Asuka, absolutely. She was a weak character. Next season, they're gonna make 1-1-3 natural combo. Now she has a 10 frame punish. Look at that. Okay, but this spear, this is -19. No, it's not. It's -9 on block. Just do this shit all day. There you go. Because you see, it's linear. There's our buff. Roll dodge. How do we buff this? Well, first of all, if he gets hit, he doesn't get floated, and he ducks both highs and mids. So you have to do a low or a throw. You know, like KOF. No, not a throw, because a throw is a high. So you have to do lows to get him out of this, basically. There you go. No. Better. Throughout the whole animation, he can block. Throughout the whole animation, he can block in this. And he can block either low or mid. Because as you can see, he can cancel into a crouch at the end. So now he can block throughout the whole thing. And he also crushes highs and mids. This is -13, and it's like, whoever is going to fall for this? Unless you're like at the wall, right? Yeah, he can block and cancel it at any time. The only thing... Yeah, nice essay, kid. You were talking about 4-1, yeah? Yeah, whatever. Fuck that move and that character. Yeah, you can do a Stoner Wave Dash with Noctis. So this is -13. No, it's -12 now. Sorry. It's a power crush after all, you know. But, so... This is a wall bounce and whatever. Wait, -12? Yeah, because most power crushes are -13, the mid ones, I think. So this is -13, but the block stun is reduced significantly, so that you have to react instantly to punish it. The cancel into crouch is instant, like Steve's flicker transition, so you can do the full crouch low instantly. Yeah, basically he can crouch cancel into this. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. This is launch on block. Like, the only thing this gives is a guaranteed aura, so it's 37 damage off a low that people can... It's like you can fuzzy guard this mix-up, right? So why does it have to be... Why does it have to be launch on block? Exactly. You're thinking straight. You're thinking game 7 balance right now. No, he can't pick up with down 2-2. No, you can pick up with down 2-2 actually, Flake. Let's combine both of those ideas. Magnificent, marvelous, magnanimous ideas going on in the chat right now. So now, Noctis can pick up with down 2-2 after the 3+4. I mean, it has to add up to the risk, am I right? Launch punishable, Launch on hit. Move successfully buffed. Shield bash. You can see that this move is minus 13 on block, yeah, but here's the deal. With this power crush, you can sometimes get 2 jabs in and then still block. So none of that. First of all, the crush frames, the power crush frames start earlier, and the shield bash is quicker after he absorbs moves. So it's always guaranteed. And it's minus 13, right? Your internet missed? No, I just combined. Okay, so your internet died. What you missed was I combined the 2 ideas. Basically, this becomes launch on hit, and you do down 2/2 to pick up what you said, basically. But this becomes minus 14, like it once was, because here's the kicker. You can pick up now with down 2/2. See that? They go away, but yeah, the next big buff, this becomes launching power crush, minus 14 on block, and the shield bash comes out quicker. Yeah, minus 14 armored launcher, like Negan's, except it's minus 14. Hang on. We have to go over the moves one by one. So you see this move. This move is not natural combo. Fuck down to 2, then just make it able to pick up with down 4 on plus 2. Sure, why not? Hang on. We'll get to down back 2. But this move isn't a natural combo. People can duck this. This is incorrect. This has to be a natural combo all the time, not just natural counter combo. And hit confirmable. Yes. And if they push a button after this, it becomes a counter hit launcher. Okay. Down 4-2 has good range, but it's minus like a million. It's like minus 20 on block, isn't it? Let's make this. Yeah, it's a high, so the risk reward adds up. Just block, just duck, right? Oh yeah, also more tracking, because this is a homing move, right? Upward 4, but this isn't. So make like that. Minus 14, 4 down 4-2. I like that idea. Minus 14, some characters can still launch it. If you're RIP and you play Law, you can launch it with 3+4. Because as he said, the game is going more towards the direction of 14 frame, not counter launchers, 14 frame launchers. So this becomes minus 14. You can launch it now. You can still launch it. You just have to reward the players with the better reactions. You know what I mean? Just reward the players with the better reactions. This. So this, what they made is they made it super hit confirmable. But I think so. First of all, this move should be plus on block. The orbital, see, because whoever is going to fall for that, plus on block. Now this becomes everything natural combo. I don't even know how much damage this is. So this becomes natural combo, and the last hit jails. And is a counter launcher, because it ends with this, right? And as we've established, this is also counter launcher, so it ends with a counter launcher. Heavy slash. This is down 4 on plus 2. Okay, so this gives pushback on block, but that's not enough because it's minus 9 and people start running towards you and they do mix-up. So this is now 0 on block. It returns to neutral. You guys love neutral in Tekken games, right? Tekken is all about the neutral, the movement, and you know, the sidestep. And this has a weakness. You can sidestep to the left. So we play neutral in Tekken 7. We play the neutral. We utilize the movement. The main man even says so himself. Tekken 7 is almost a flawless game. It's such a perfect game. So let's emphasize that return to the neutral. This becomes 0 on block and a countered launcher, because a lot of characters have countered launchers. So That's the buff that I'll give this move. This move is -3 on block at the moment, and it gives 20 damage. But I think we can do better than that. So let's see how much it is on hit. First of all, it's going to become +4 on block. Currently, it's +4 on hit, but it's going to become +4 on block. Because look at the animation, like, look at the animation. Look, it looks like Jin is like, I need to block it, you know? Look at the animation. Oh, 0, like in Tekken 6 Bob. Sure, okay, so, but it has to be as quick as Tekken 6 Bob. Yeah, we had a precedent for this, basically. So this becomes 0 on block, and it becomes +8 on hit. So now I can do my mix-up from here. And it gains more tracking. I mean, it's a slow move, you can just block it. Yeah, Tekken 6.0 wasn't as ridiculous as people say. You just had Bob with a launching normal hit down forward 2. 14 frame down forward 2 was fine. Did he really have a 14 frame down forward 2? Well, it doesn't matter, now he still has the 14 frame launcher anyway. Okay, so you see this move? So this move looks like it tracks, but it doesn't. You can actually step this move. So it becomes tracking now. Also, this becomes a normal, this becomes a natural combo. You know, like Law's down 4-3, this becomes a natural combo. And it becomes a countered launch. I mean, it's still a countered launch, as you can see. So that's how it's done. Oh, this is also -18 on block for some reason. I think it's -18. I'll check. Yeah, it's -18 on block, and it's -3 on hit. So what's the reason for that? Is it because I have this? Does Law down 4? Is Law down 4 -18? I don't think Law down 4 is -18. You know? So basically, this becomes -7 on block, and it's +3 on hit. It should be a counter launch if the first hit connects. Maybe that's going a little bit overboard. We've already buffed this move enough, but let's move on to this one. Okay, this one is easy. Basically, if this doesn't hit on clean hit, that happens. Make it so that it's always a clean hit. So that's easy. Okay, so this here, you're thinking the wrong way. Oh, okay, tell me about it, Flake. Noctis Demo Man bounds like Tekken 6 system. Alright! Look at that! Yeah, because he does, you know, the low. It's a launch punishable low for starters, right? And they get floated afterwards. They get floated, so the combo that you're going to get isn't as damaging. But it hits them standing, basically. But they take scaled damage. They take scaled damage, and then they bound, and you can do down forward 1+2 to keep comboing. Yeah, it's a great idea. I'm glad you're here, Flake, and Heppo too, and Nodovu, and whoever is watching, and giving out these excellent suggestions. Down back 1+2. See, this move is great, but it's 15 frames of startup. And I mean, if you're fighting Asuka or characters that can basically pin you down with reversals, I mean, Noctis's quickest poke is down forward 1, which is great. I mean, it's 13 frames of startup. It's great, but how about we make this 14 frames of startup? Because see, if Eddie ends up doing something into relax, then you can punish it with this. No, actually, if Eddie does something into relax, you can float it with this. If it hits on 14 frames, it's gonna hit standing, so it probably doesn't benefit Noctis. Make it the last hit if people push buttons. Counter launcher. Yeah, but the thing is, Noctis can already float back 3-3 and do down 2-2. Let's see. I mean, I didn't really know what to do with this move. We'll just make it a countered launcher or something. Is down to 2i14? No. No, I meant if Eddie goes into relax. No, I mean down back 1. Down back 1, 1 plus 2. It usually floats. But I mean, okay, sure. Okay, Heppo. This move becomes I14. Yeah, okay, so let's do that. This becomes I14 instead of 15. Alright, this here suffers the same changes as we've talked about. Back 3-3, well, it's because Eddie ends up in the stance, you can hit him with moves until up to 14 frames. Yeah, this is now 0. How much is it on block currently, by the way? And you can still do the Steve cancel. Yeah, this is -6 on block currently. This is currently -6 on block. Because it's like, oh, you have the power crush, right? But no, this is now 0 on block for pressure. So Noctis can conduct his pressure because his defensive tools are bad. Speaking of defensive tools, he's down 1 plus 2, now becomes a duck jab. And his down 3 plus 4, oh, down 3 plus 4 becomes that teleport. But down back 3 plus 4 becomes his generic down 4. Oh, okay, so, okay, let's, give me all your ideas here. It's your time to, shine, I guess. He doesn't have a down 1 plus 2, Heppo. This is down 1. He doesn't currently have a down 1 plus 2. Or no, actually, down this move becomes down 1 plus 2, and his duck jab becomes down 1. Let's see. Down back 2, minus plus 9 on hit instead of knockdown, 20 frames, countered launch. Oh yeah, because okay, so this move is seeable and it's launched on block. It's not viable at high level. We need to make it viable. And people really don't like the knockdown on this move. So now it doesn't knock down. It doesn't knock down anymore. It's fair. It's fair. I completely understand you. I am with you. I understand. It does not knock down anymore. It's plus 9 on hit now. Okay, plus 9 on hit. But it needs to be viable, so it can be seeable. 20 frames to start it. Minus 12 on block. Launches on counter hit still, yeah. Still launches on counter hit. Wait, how come that doesn't work? That has to work. Every time. This has to work every time. Counted launchers into full combo with down 4, 1 plus 2. Yeah. Do you see how it looks like it goes over his feet? It needs to hit. Exactly, it needs to be a full combo. And minus 12 on block. Because I mean, the low is still slow and you can sidestep it. I'm just saying. No bounce needed. Okay, so this move, down 3 is minus frames on hit. Let me check the data, the big data. Where is down 3? I can't find it, but I know that it's, oh, there it is. So let's see. Ling already has a plus 7 on hit, counter hit launch, minus 12 low. So it's balanced for Noctis down back 2 to be another one. Absolutely. I mean, it's only fair. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So this move is minus 13 on block, which means the Kazuya can launch it, Josie can launch it, and I don't know, well, a Kumar can launch it, but I mean, he can do it from jabs. So this becomes minus safe low. Yeah, this game doesn't really have safe lows, does it? Make it minus 11, because it's like, there's no damage, right? 0 on hit is good, but this does like no damage, so like minus 11. you know. And counter hit knockdown. I agree, you know, make it kind of like Dragunov's Season 1 down 2. Even on a meme tier list, I struggle to see what... write that again, please. Anyway. This here needs to be... Okay, this move sucks. This needs to be like Jin down back 4, basically. No, this can be like Kazumi down back 3. So this becomes +1 on hit. It trips them over. Oh yeah, because he thrusts the leg, right? He turns it into your grandpa. Even on a meme tier list, I struggle to see that the weak low being a counter hit knockdown. It's going... Okay. +1 on hit, -10 on block, like Josie down 4. Oh yeah, Josie has one of those moves, right? Yeah. But this is... Yeah, this becomes +1 on hit and -10 on block. You're gonna give Josie something stupid, give it to Noctis as well. Oh yeah! Okay. This is gonna be good. So, what are your suggestions for this already very good move? I mean, this is -16. How about make it just -15? If you're going to launch it, you might as well launch it from close range, right? The move is broken. We need to buff it somehow. We need to buff every move. It doesn't matter. We need to buff every move. Make Aura -14 and buff the damage. Since the game caters towards 14 frame launchers. Aha! Well thought. -14, 35 damage. Now it's 25 currently, becomes 35. Now we are doing business. The game is catering obviously towards 14 frame launchers, so you just make it -14 and you make it 35 damage. The charged version deals 55 damage +9. I was going to talk about that actually, and yeah, I agree. It's automatic combo damage on hit, because I mean you're charging it, right? And look at the animation. I mean, look at the animation if you charge it. See, they stagger. You have to, you know, it's like the main man says. You have to look at the animation. You know, huge plus frames, huge, massive, colossal, universally colossal plus frames, +9 on block. Huge. Make it a true high crush. That's also a good suggestion. Because sometimes, like, if you do... Okay, so let me talk about this very problematic situation with Noctis. Alright, see this? See this? Jin... Oh yeah, +7. Okay, so, sure, +7. But Jin does a mid-high. But look, I can't high crush it. Why can't I high crush it? Oh, I guess I can. But I can't mid-string. So, reward the players that explore the matchup. And, because, you know, if you want to do while standing 2-2 for the punish, okay, so you get a certain amount of damage and you can launch the string. But if you explore the matchup, if you go into the details, and this is what makes Tekken 7 such a special game, that rewards the intricacies, the idiosyncrasies. This is an idiosyncratic game with depth, and you want to optimize the punish, so you will not settle for while standing 2-2. You will perform the aura, because imagine if it goes wrong. Imagine if Jin does only down forward 1 and you do aura, right? Jin does down forward 1 and you do aura. He blocks it, and guess what? Jin has a 14 frame launcher. Now Jin can launch aura. with his EWHF. So it's perfectly balanced, as you can see. You make the commitment for the high crush to optimize the punish for your great defensive knowledge. See? It's all thought out. This move doesn't jail. You can duck between this. So imagine sometimes it's all about the labbing and the research. You have to, you know. But imagine that you're punishing a hop kick and you do this move. Oh, you mistimed it for a frame. Now people are going to duck and launch you, like it happened to me against Alisa. Or, yeah, like at a tournament, this happened to me. Oh, I mistimed the punish. I mean, not Alisa's hop kick, because you recover from crouching. But yeah, make it jail on block. No pushback on hit. Make you be in range for demo, man. But I think range is still good for Noctis, because if they try to sidestep, you can still hit them like with this. And now, since you have more range, and down back 2 is 20 frames of startup, you can do the mix-up. See? Alright, this move, not buff demo man and no clean hit. But buff demo man, no... Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, this always hits from clean hit. And you still have down back 2. So, we're making a great character here. So, you know how this move is like -9 on block and it's kind of underwhelming? Now, I just remembered something. Lee Chaona. No, it doesn't need to be 0 on block. Lee Chaona has a move called Mistrap, where if he does the just frame, it becomes an unblockable. Now you see this animation here? If you do the proper input, Noctis grabs you and he sticks lightning up your ass. It becomes the very skilled just frame guaranteed damage, like the misstep. A mistrap, not misstep. Alright. So, move successfully buffed. This move is -14 on block, but it's also a 13 frame punish. Now, as you know, the game is catering and evolving towards... Yeah, you can sidestep the unblockable just frame, so it's fair. You can use your movement, because that's what you do in Tekken. You utilize your deep movement knowledge. So, as you know, Tekken 7 is evolving towards 14 frame launchers. So actually this becomes a 14 frame launcher. He does a screw with the shield, see? He does like this swipe animation. It's a screw attack. The first hit makes them float, and then you get the launch with that move. See? So it becomes like Law's 3 + 4 4, so it's balanced. Exactly. I mean, yeah, exactly. That's what it becomes. This is the cancel. If Law can have it and he is low tier, trash character, as he didn't say that. Okay, realistically speaking, he didn't say that he is low tier, trash tier character. But DSS is useless. So, and the game is catering towards 14 frame launchers. So, Noctis gains a 14 frame launcher. Back 3, back. Let's see. On block it creates more pushback. So Noctis can run away and do more aura. How about that? And if it hits on counter hit, sidestep, back turn 2 is guaranteed. Noctis needs a back turn 1 + 2 grab, so he can do mix-ups from back 3 into back turns. Well thought out. I mean, I didn't think about that. He gets like, you know, like Feng. Feng has back turn 1 + 4. You know what I'm talking about, Heppo. Exactly. You know what I'm talking about. So 1 + 4 from back turn becomes his command grab throw. So people have to break it 1 + 2. And he can do a normal grab from there. But look at the range, like you can't even hit people with that. So reduce the pushback on that, or give them more We give him more range on his arms. Back 4, 1+2. This is already like a counter hit launch. This is already a counter hit launch if they try to interrupt it. So it's like the all-out launch basically. But I think we can do more. We can make it the normal hit launch. What do you think? It's a slow move, right? Also, this is -13. Oh, I know. You can hold the second hit and it becomes +7 on block. Alright, so those are the two buffs. Normal hit launch, but make it -14. And you can hold it. Okay, so this launches. I mean, if you're going to punish from this range, right? This move is like this move is like Lars back 3-4. So I have to make it like Lars back 3-4 because they're friends. But if you're going to, because you can punish with down 4-2, right? Because it's 15 frame launch. But if you know the specific situation, for example, Heihachi 4-4-2. By the way, this isn't 16 frames. Make it 16 frames so you can punish Heihachi 4-4-2. You get the maximum damage. You utilize your labbing and research to optimize your punish. There you go. And make it -14. And make it hold it on block. So it's +7 on block. Shield smash here. This is a Sabaki. And you get a guaranteed aura. And it's -11 on block. Well, look at how slow it is to begin with. But okay, it's a Sabaki. Okay, it's a Sabaki. But how about a bound? So if it hits normally like this, it just hits normally. But if you parry something, it becomes a bound launcher. Right? Seems fair. This move has a lot of range, and it's his unblockable. But I think it needs some damage buffs because it's extremely linear. So if you hit with this, he sends. This move needs tracking, just like the Avenger. You remember Avenger from season 1, right? We're gonna give this move tracking. So we're gonna give this move tracking, exactly, yes. Now, if you want to increase hype in tournaments, I think tournaments have a severe lack of unblockables. There are a few useful ones like Asuka's unblockable. There are a few, yeah, Asuka's unblockable, Yoshimitsu's unblockable, that's good. So yeah, other characters get to use their favorite unblockables, but Noctis doesn't because it's very slow and linear. So yeah, Brian's taunt. So this gains tracking, and I mean, look how much time he takes to do that. Basically, as soon as you see that spark, you can just run in and do a jab or something to interrupt him. You know, it's not something that you can abuse. Yeah, you need a specific setup for it. You know what I mean? Okay. Yes, Bryant, good character. Mr. Maps understands. Yes. Yes, he's got. Oh yeah, and Brian also has, in addition to his taunt, his 1+4 unblockable. And you remember that tournament where Pokechop hit some guy with back 1+4 with Brian? See, people get to use their unblockables all the time, but Noctis doesn't. Let's change that. So this move is called Quick Stab, but it's not as quick as you think, because it's 14 frames of startup. Up forward 1 now tracks better. It tracks better. Okay, so this is my idea. You know how Steve has a tracking back 1? Exactly. It needs to be 13 frames, tracking back 1, and you cancel into roll. So basically you can block after it, and you can apply pressure. Like this. So this becomes a thing. Like, it becomes just like Steve back 1. Orbital. So Orbital has some tracking, but you can sidestep it. Now, as you can see, it's very, very slow. And look at the animation again. You have to look at the detail of the animation. Huge plus frames. Huge plus frames. It has to be +7 on block. Because I mean it's so slow it deserves to be plus on block. Because you can jab him out of it. And you know something else too? You can actually hit him with lows as he jumps. So it's not a true orbital. That's why it should low crush all the time. Move successfully buffed. Next. This is Lars Dea, but without the crushing, and it's slower. So first of all, if you want to make it like Lars up for 3, then you make it 16 frames, and you make it crush highs, lows, and mids. Yeah, this is now Lars up for 3 from Tekken 6, so it also means that it becomes like -17 or 18. If you really want him to have a hop kick, then make it like that. Yes, just copy it from Tekken 6. It's been in a previous game before. On recovery, it crushes. Yes, it crushes mids, and he recovers crouching as well. So Kazumi can't punish it, and Fang can't either. Yeah, because their hop kicks are gonna whiff. I mean, it is still a hop kick, am I right? Are you going to launch punish a hop kick? How many times does like Claudio or Katarina do a hop kick and you launch punish them? 0, because they're -13 on block. That's right. So you're not gonna punish that. So this move isn't a counter hit launcher yet. That's a mistake. It's a counter hit launcher now. And give it a little bit more range as well. He already has a magic 4, as we previously discussed, right? But yeah, give this a little bit more range, just a little bit more range. See, it doesn't hit from that. See, this is what's very underwhelming about Noctis. This is what's very underwhelming. See that? Look at that. Look how it whiffs. Terrible range. Horrible. How would you expect people to use this move? Look at this terrible, very bad range. Let's see. The downside is that upward 3 won't be punished by Mishimas if it recovers in crouch. Mishimas will have meaty WGFs. When you start putting one thing together with another, and you start, making the whole game as a whole, when you think about the character interactions and the moves, that's when you come up with those solutions. Mishimas will have to do meaty WGFs. Alright, so this move... Let me check the frame data on this move. This move is used mainly for combos, so you get to see it often when you get a combo, that is. It's okay, so this is -14 on block. This is -14 on block. Because the game caters towards 14 frame launchers. So my suggestion is, if it's -14 and if he's going to get launched, this move should be a launcher. After you add an animation. No, but like you have to use it after in combos, right? So what's the solution here? I mean, it is a launcher if you do the Okizeme correctly. If people just get up after that. In combos, it won't be a launcher. Oh, oh, I see. I have an idea actually. So this move, you see how he comes and he slashes the opponent? That becomes exactly. It will have its own animation on normal hit. So this, if you do it in the neutral, he comes down with again the Trident's Oracle. No, what did I say? The Oracle's Trident, the Trident of the Oracle, the Trident that belongs to the Oracle. If you don't know the Final Fantasy 15, the Oracle is Luna Freya, Nox Fleuret, and she is Noctis's bride. And to show that devotion that he has for her, he needs to use her weapon in his moves. So basically, on normal hit, he slashes and then he comes down with the Oracle's Trident and he slams the opponent onto the ground, and it becomes a bound launcher. But if you just do it as an air grab, it does like the normal slash. Alright, this here, Yeah, Trident's Oracle. Broken. Right, so this move, I want you to look at something. This move. Look, did you see? Okay, let me do that again. Look. Something straight out of Ares stream. But look how, look, the daggers, the daggers are phasing through Jhin. That can't happen. Why does that happen? Do the daggers have invisible, I mean, they don't have the hitbox there, why? You can clearly see the trace of the move. But, and if you do this, it's like, okay, it has some pushback. You have to space it correctly to get this amount of pushback. But even then, look, it phases through Jhin. Terrible. I mean, yeah, it comes from the dash, but you have to be in your opponent's face. So give it Jin's Ford 4. Pushback on block. That's what it needs to happen. There you go. And please stop. You know, like, see, that can't happen. Stop. It just whiffs. Terrible. You know, terrible. Otherwise, the move's properties are fine. So this move is hella slow. See the animation on block? So the animation on block, he goes onto the ground. he goes onto the ground. That shouldn't happen. He should automatically go into the roll, so you can continue the pressure. Make it like Julia's Ford 3 till the 1. Julia is a hard character to use, so you know you need that component of skill as well. It needs to be like a legend kick, basically. You know how? So if you do DSS with Law, you can do legend kick, and it's a high, so you would expect people to want to duck it, right? But you can't make people duck with DSS because DSS is useless. So this move could kind of be like a legend kick. So it's still useless, but it hits from range 1,000,007. And you go into the roll for plus frames. So this becomes legend kick. And Julia's Ford 3 to the 1. Alright, this move, I don't know what do I do against this with this move? Oh, well, first of all, this move you can hit him with lows as he's jumping, right? This move needs to have less pushback. Let's look at that. Yeah, I mean, look at that. How are you supposed to do a mix-up from that range? It needs to suck people in so that you can do Demo Man. That is a clean hit in every range. Steve can have wall running 2 into down back 3-2 that can't be beaten. And he has a mix-up with critical forward 1. And Huaran can do wall running 3 into down 3-4. So Noctis needs to have it too. Exactly. And, you know, if Steve can have it, and Steve is S tier, why can't Noctis be S tier? What is your prejudice against Noctis? Are you racist against Noctis players? I'm tired of this racism in the Tekken community against Noctis players. This prejudice. I feel offended. Give me buffs. Bitch. Let's see. What are you gonna do with this move? Oh, this move gives a guaranteed 1-2-2. This move, you can get the whole thing. Like, you can only do one, see? But you get the whole thing, and it becomes a natural combo, and it launches. This becomes plus frames on block. So far it doesn't do anything. Like, this isn't plus frames. Yeah, Noctis' jump now crushes. So he gains Akuma's mix-up. And this actually becomes plus frames, because you can see it doesn't do anything. This move, jumping 4, is basically this move, so it's basically this move, so it becomes a counted launcher. Actually, what does it do? What does this do? This isn't even hidden combos. I mean, why would you use this? It's not more damage either, or is it? It's 66 and you get 67 if you do with jumping 2. So again, no usage for this move. You gotta make it plus frames. So this move should be exactly like while running 1+2. Meaning this is more plus frames than while running 1+2. If that was even possible to begin with. But now it's normal hit launcher, and on block it has reduced pushback and gives you a guaranteed 1-2 because it comes from a jumping move and it's very linear and it's very slow. And you can sidestep it or run under him, so easy. While standing 1-2 is already a good move. It's -13 on block. I think it should be -14 on block because the game caters towards 14 frame launchers. But it becomes like Kazuya's twin pistons, so it becomes a bound launcher. So now Noctis, to emphasize Noctis's defensive style and keep out, you need to have good defense with Noctis. So this becomes a launcher. It doesn't become a bound launcher? Okay, what does it become then? Let's hear it. This move needs to have less pushback so that it's in demo man range. You know, maybe a Noctis with a 13 frame while standing launch would be too broken. Okay, I can accept that. It's still a buff. Noctis has a roll cancel now. You can also use it just like Wildman. Speaking of Wildman, why isn't this move... This move could be 11 frames. Just like Wildman, like Steve Wildman. While standing 1-2, it's the same input and everything. And you would be able to roll into it to continue pressure. And he gets a high extension like Steve while standing 1-1. So it becomes... while standing 1 into upward 1. While standing 1-1. Right? And if people push buttons, this is a countered launcher, as you know. While standing 1-1 into roll. This is a thing now. Yeah, there you go. Counter hit confirm into while standing 1-2. Wait, roll then while standing 1 as a poke. No, this is already counter hit confirmable. But the problem is that you can't normal hit confirm it and you're at -13. So it becomes normal hit confirmable. But you also get the while standing 1-1, which is a natural combo as well. So that's a good buff. While standing 2-2 is his 15 frame launch. But this is -14 because the game once again caters towards 14 frame launchers. Steven also should get normal hit confirm while standing 1-2 so the game is balanced. I agree. Why would you make this hit confirmable for Noctis if then Steven can't hit confirm his? So you gotta make Steven's, you gotta buff the other characters to allow this character to be buffed as well. I agree completely. Yes. Once you balance one character, exactly. Once you balance one character and then you look at the rest of the roster, you start understanding more the interactions. See? All makes sense. So this is -14 for like an alright launcher. But okay, so here's the deal. First of all, Jin's while standing 2 is 14 frames. Jin has a while standing 2 14 frame launcher. There you go, again with the trend with the 14 frame launchers. So I think this move should be 14 frames as well. But there's also another thing about Jin and his while standing 2. Because while it is 14 frames of startup. It's only minus 12 on block. Why can Jin have that? Why can't Noctis have that? I mean, Jin exists in the game, right? Jin is there. Look, Jin Kazama. He's there in the game, and he goes to tournaments, and you see people play Jin. Jin is a character that is allowed to play in the game, and he has a while standing too. That's 14 frames of startup, and minus 12 on block, which means that Noctis should get the same. It's only fair. And I mean, if Jin can be S tier, like I said many times before, if Jin can be S tier, why can't Noctis? Noctis should be S tier. He is the king of kings. He is the true king. So this move is 14 frames of startup, but since now he gets a 14 frame launcher, this move becomes useless. So what should happen is the same as this move, which is if you frame trap somebody with this and they get hit on counter hit, Noctis teleports behind them. He goes nothing personnel kit or something. We know with the Oracle's trident stabbed into Jin, and then he does aura on the back. So yeah, this on counter hit leads into an aura, guaranteed aura. Sorry, yeah, not the Oracle's trident, the trident's Oracle. How ignorant of me, sorry, I apologize. Shadow Slice is a good move, but it comes from full crouch, and it's minus 13 on block. So it's, first of all, I mean, it's kind of like Dragunov's down 2, but Dragunov, you can do it from standing. This is plus 3 on hit, and it's plus 1,000,000 on counter hit. But I think on counter hit it should be, they should like hell sweep animation. So you could do counter hit down 4-2 into stunning 2-2, right? I think it's fair, because Devil Jin has a hell sweep, but I mean this wouldn't be a hell sweep. This is only from counter hit, right? And I think Julie can pick up from her bow and arrow. If she can't, then make it pick up from bow and arrow, so she gets a combo on counter hit. During sidestep, so this is 0 on block, but I mean, look at Jin. Jin when he blocks, he's like, "Oh no, don't hurt me, please, Noctis. Oh no, please don't hurt me. Please, King of Kings, don't hurt me." So it should be plus 2. No, plus 7. No, not plus 7. That's a lot. So it should be plus 3 on block to continue pressure. And on normal hit, it gives this animation, and on counter hit, it does this. They bounce, because you know he strikes them really hard with his sword to the ground. So that's a good buff. This move launches on normal hit, but you can sidestep it. So it's homing now. 10 hit combo doesn't matter. Taunt now gives Noctis rage, and the next hit becomes a counter hit. But I mean, then you're like, oh, then it's like a key charge. Well, no, because key charge, if somebody hits you, it's a counter hit for them and it's unblockable for you. But when you do taunt, your next move becomes a counter hit. No. Sorry. No. When you do taunt, it's like Brian's taunt. So Noctis aura gains blue sparks, and it becomes plus 7 on block. It becomes, so the normal aura becomes the charged version with blue sparks after the taunt. And down back 2 gives knockdown and also gains blue sparks. Throw. This is 35 damage, becomes 40. 35 becomes 40. Basically damage buff to all his throws. So this is 40 damage. A lot of characters have like 50 damage command grabs, so make this 50 damage. Alright, parry. Parry, basically make it like Geese's parry, where you can parry every high and mid. People can still hit him with lows. I mean, is there a reason why... Look, he holds a sword in his hand. Are you gonna tell me, is there any reason why a sword shouldn't parry a knee? Have you tried hitting a knee, hitting a knee with your sword, and hitting a sword with your knee? Or like an elbow? Why shouldn't it parry? Make it parry that. And make it hold it like Asuka's reversal. You can hold it. No, like Asuka. There you go. Oh, and when the animation plays, you can do a guaranteed forward 1+2. Okay. Just like Asuka reversal. So it's fair. And okay, we went through his entire moveset now. So after these changes that I proposed, we now have a tournament viable Noctis that can be played at high level, and it emphasizes everything that people love about Tekken 7. It emphasizes the spacing, because you need to be at a certain distance to use the moves from an optimal range. It emphasizes the mix-ups, because when you play Josie and you go into switch stance, you do a mix-up, and then when you go into crouch dash, you do a mix-up. And when you play Kazumi, I saw a comment on the main man's channel. Oh no, it was on Aris' channel actually. And Aris was saying Kazumi and Steve are boring, but Steve at least looks cool. But somebody said, why do people hate Kazumi? Because Kazumi, if they hate Kazumi, they hate Tekken, because Kazumi emphasizes only on the fundamental poking, in the fundamentals of the game, right? So with Noctis, you would emphasize on the same fundamentals. You do down forward 1-4, because it's natural combo. You do this move and becomes 0 on block, and now you can do mix-up. This becomes plus frames, this becomes plus frames. So you can play Noctis like Kazumi, and if you play Noctis like Kazumi, you're playing fundamental Tekken. So Noctis becomes, you'd say boring, but he doesn't become boring. He can just play fundamental Tekken now. He still has other tools that make him exciting, like sidestep 2. So we covered spacing, fundamentals, lab optimization and research. Because, for example, Jin does down forward 1-4. Jin does down forward 1-4. There you go. And you can't ora it, but you can't ora it, see? You have to duck it, and even then, I mean, you won't be able to ora. You can block after that. It didn't say punish. But now you'd be able to use your new crushing abilities to optimize the punish. So, defense, spacing, fundamental poking. Movement, because people have to move to get out of this move. It's linear. They can move out of this move as well. It's linear. I mean, it becomes unblockable with the just frame, but it's still linear, so just move. Just utilize the Tekken fundamentals. And you can see Noctis would be a complete character. Though he would still have his weaknesses, because, you know, this is a low and you can low parry it. But I mean, you do have this low, which is a sword, and you cannot low parry it, but you can hop kick it. So as you can see, everything fits together. Also from his roll, he gains a new move. It's a roll 2, and it's basically in the electric with the Trident's Oracle, which launches on normal hit, and it's +5 on block, and it's homing. Hope you had fun. I'm sure that Noctis will be a very good fundamental, competent character in a game that increasingly more caters towards 14 frame launchers and fundamental spacing and poking.